I don't know if you've read it, but his nickname was Mallard. And he looked like a little duck.
For most of her life, Marie Osmond seemed to represent the perfect picture of fame and success. Born Olive Marie Osmond on October 13, 1959, in Ogden, she grew up as the only daughter in a large musical family whose lives revolved around performance and faith. Her brothers had already begun attracting national attention when they appeared on the Andy Williams Show during the 1960s, and before long the entire family relocated to Los Angeles to chase bigger opportunities. Marie stepped onto television herself when she was just 4 years old, singing on the same program hosted by Andy Williams. While most children were learning the alphabet and playing with toys, her childhood was spent around rehearsal rooms, studio lights, and endless music practice. She later recalled that there was never a single day in her early life when music was not being sung, played, or written somewhere in the house. Despite the cheerful image audiences saw on screen, growing up in such an intense environment meant that pressure and expectations became a normal part of her life long before she understood what fame truly meant. As the 1970s arrived, the Osmond family was already famous, but Marie carved out her own identity by stepping into country music rather than following her brothers into pop. At just 14 years old, she released the single Paper Roses, and the song soared to the top of the country charts, making her one of the youngest female artists ever to score a #1 hit. Her success quickly expanded into television when she teamed up with her brother Donny Osmond for the popular variety program Donny and Marie. The show filled living rooms with laughter, music, and glamorous guest stars, turning the siblings into household names across America. Yet behind the smiles and choreographed dance routines, Marie was battling intense insecurity and criticism about her appearance. One painful moment from a studio executive who insulted her weight pushed the teenage star toward dangerous dieting habits and an ongoing struggle with body image. At the same time, she faced the harsh reality of being a child performer in an industry that often treated young stars more like products than people. She later described working exhausting hours, being pressured to perform without question, and even surviving frightening incidents such as a boat accident while filming overseas. Adulthood brought new chapters, reinventions, and more challenges. Marie expanded her career into Broadway with The King and I, launched a successful collectible doll line through QVC, and openly spoke about her battle with postpartum depression in her memoir Behind a Smile, My Journey Out of Postpartum Depression. Her honesty helped many women who were silently facing the same struggle. Later she returned to the spotlight with projects ranging from Dancing with the Stars to a long-running Las Vegas residency with Donny at the Flamingo Las Vegas. Through each reinvention, she proved that her career could evolve far beyond the image of a teenage country singer. But while her professional life continued moving forward, her personal life carried heavy heartbreak. In 2010, her family was devastated when her son Michael died by suicide at just 18 years old, a loss she has said no parent ever truly recovers from. Even so, she continued speaking openly about grief, mental health, and resilience, hoping that her story might help others facing similar pain. Today, at 65, Marie Osmond's life looks very different from the glamorous world where her story began. After decades of performing, she has stepped back at times to focus on family, faith, and her grandchildren, describing this stage as the most normal life she has ever experienced. She continues supporting charitable work through the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, the organization she helped create to raise funds for children's health care. From a tiny girl singing beside Andy Williams to a country star, actress, entrepreneur, and outspoken advocate for mental health, Marie Osmond's journey has been filled with triumphs, tragedies, and remarkable resilience. Behind the bright stage lights and famous last name was a woman fighting battles the public rarely saw, yet still finding the strength to move forward, reinvent herself, and keep sharing her voice with the world.